that Jesus connection is the only place I wanna be.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
I have a special guest. And the special guest is my mom, Miss Callie Williams. Hi, Mom.
God bless. How you doing, sweetie? God bless.
I'm good, baby. Yeah, that's my mama, y'all. All right, so this is Miss Callie Williams, the joy of my life, the one that has nurtured me, prayed with me, provided for me, covered me financially, blessed, fed me, all of that good stuff, provided food and shelter. We have a wonderful family. Mom and dad and three sisters, Evelina, Miranda, Victoria, and then my niece, Michaela. So she'll come in at the end. You know, she's anxious to get on. So, Mommy, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, I guess I can start off tell where I was born. I was born in a little town called Roxboro, North Carolina.
Roxboro. Mm-hmm.
Roxboro. And my parents was named Victor Newman. He was a preacher. And my mother was named Roxy Jacob Newman. And they were beautiful parents, just as I always have tried to be to you all as our young ladies. And I just thank God so much for you all. You are my heart. And I thank God for that. And anyway, like I say, I was born in Roxboro, North Carolina, to Victor Newman, and also my mother, Roxy Jacob Newman. Now, as a young girl coming up, my family, we were a singing group. We loved to sing, in which I still don't sing today. And we travel all over Roxboro, Virginia, and all of these types of places. But one thing that my parents instilled in me as a child was to love God, number one. And my parents would like to say they was true Holy Ghost filled people. They were people that loved God, and they put that love into us as children. And that's what I tried to also to put into our girls and as my husband and myself. And we just thank God. I just thank God. And like I say, in this little town, it's not a big town, Roxboro, but it's a town that it's still a lot of my relatives still there. But I just and one thing about this family, just like say, we are a loving family. And even to my cousin, even today, we love one another. And that's what it's all about in life. You got to have some love in your life. Number one, if you put Jesus in your life first, and then all other things will be added unto you. So that's just a start off for a little bit about myself.
Wonderful, wonderful. So when you were little, you had a desire to accomplish some things and also to get married and all that. So tell the story, Hunty, about how you met Daddy.
That's a beautiful story. And a lot of time when I tell that story, people, they smile and laugh, but it was God that did it. Anyway, like I say, I was about 9 years old when I left Roxboro, and we moved to Bahama, and then from Bahama on into Durham, North Carolina, the city of Durham. When I started working, doing little odd jobs, I say in a sense. I had worked in homes, also like being a little housekeeper. I worked at a nursery for a good many years. And then after that, because of my lifestyle and the way I live and the way I treated people as I met people in life, also I got into the school system, which was Durham Public School. From there, I came in Durham Public School in 1980 and up until 2015 when I decided to retire with 35 years of service. And I love children, and those children love me. And even to the day, when I see a lot of them, they are grown in their 40s and all like that, whenever they see me, they always let me know what a great job I had did for them in their life, that they were so proud as being young people that they are growing and producing and doing different things. And I'm so happy about that. And like I say, I love the Lord. And like I say, in 1980, I came into the system. I started at one school, which was called W.G. Pearson. I worked there about 23 years. And like I said, because I love people and people love me, I had a principal there that loved me so much. And I decided at one time that I wanted to leave that school and go to another. But boy, when my principal found out that I wanted to leave, this is what he did. And that's why I said you got to have God in your life. When you live a life that people love you, and he didn't want me to leave. Most jobs, on a job, sometimes people might want to see you leave, but my principal did not want me to leave that school. So when I got in touch with the other principal, which I was going to a school called Pearsontown. When he found that out, he called that principal and asked that principal, he said, please don't hire her. I want her to stay here. I don't want her to come there. So that principal, she said, if somebody feels that way about a person, that must be an awesome person to have at her school. So in a way, between my friend and I have a friend named Sister Florine Moore, we was talking back and forth, which is also Deloris's godmother. Yes. So anyway, we was talking back and forth, and I decided at the time I knew I was going there. I wanted to go because that's where I wanted to go, and I was going there. But like I said, but it's good to love the Lord, and it's good to have a God in your life because people will love you. And like I said, this principal loved me, so he did not want me to go. And he tried to block that, but not in a bad way. He was only trying to do it because he wanted me to stay at the school with them. But I wanted to go this school. So I did go. But in a way, that is what has happened. And I know it's only, I give all the credit and everything that is in my life today is with my young girls, my young lady. They are young ladies. A lot of times I always call everybody baby because that's something about me. I just call people baby because I just love them so. And like I said, and then I went on, and then I decided also I wanted to go back to college. I wanted to go to school, and I made up my mind. I said, I'm going back to school. Now, where I worked at W.G. Pearson, and then on the way to Pearsontown, I had to pass by North Carolina Central University. And every day, and a lot of time when I would pass that school, that college, I would look at the college and then I would say to myself, I will see you soon. What I was doing is I was putting that in, I was letting, talking to the Lord and letting the Lord, that's what I want to do. And, to make it happen, as my daughter often say, to make it happen. And I was looking at that, letting the school know I'm going to be there soon. I'm coming. And truly enough, I went back to school, went to college. And like I say, most time people that, maybe when they get in their 60s or, older, people probably don't want to go to school, but I just wanted to go. And one thing I wanted to get a 4-year degree, and so now I went on back to college. I have one degree in business administration, and also I have a degree in K-6 education. So I have an elementary education. And for K-6, I could work from K-6, as well as also I have a business administration degree because I wanted to do that. And God, I thank the Lord for helping me because that's what would happen. He helped me. He did it. put nothing on myself, because what we have to do in life is to realize God do these things. Is not when you have a God on your side. And also I had a pastor that always all pushed us as well and told us about getting a good education. But the first thing he said do is get a God on your side. And when you get a God on your side, then education, then you will be success. And that's my pastor picture of Elder Waddell, a man of God. And also my pastor I have today, whoever is Elder Timothy Moore, two men of God. People that it's still in us to do, to get a good education. And number one is to live for God and live a holy life. And that's the life that I lead today.
Absolutely, positively. So that's why I stay connected with people. It's just in us to stay connected with people and do ministry and do missions and do all of that. So that's just been in us. That's how our family is, that we serve God, we love God, and we make it happen. My mom loves to cook, so everybody would come over and get meals, and I probably should have make them pay because they always was coming over and getting food and stuff. But mom had an open house, and so she loves to cook. She has like soup and pasta and all that and cakes and everything she cooks, but she cooks with love, and we enjoy being a family and fellowshipping with everybody. So that's just how we are. So with her education, she didn't say, but she graduated at 65, you guys. So when she went back to school, the girls were grown up by then. We had been through college ourselves, and she went back because she was determined to do what she wanted to do, which was to get another degree. And she did it at the age of 65. And I am proud of my mom for doing that. And so let's talk about Dad. What was one of the things Dad said to you? He would give you.
My husband. When, like I said, when we came to Durham and everything, and as I grew up, and I met my husband and everything like that. My dad got sick. He was hurt in an accident, and he was hurt kind of bad, and in a way, and the doctor did not find it out till a little later on how serious it was. So I had met my husband, and like I said, I did a little odd job. So one job I did was on a paper route. And while I was on this paper route, I met my husband. I got out of my car, and one thing that we do for our girls, even to today, and what my father did for me, he made sure that I had some type of transportation in order to get around. And when you're working or whatever, you have to get around. So my husband, today, but at that time he was a young man, and I got out of my car. He had a friend that stayed on the street called Kovac, and he was standing there when I got out of the car, and I saw him and he saw me. And when we looked at each other, we didn't just spoke, good morning, because like I said, I was just doing my job at that time, like putting out the papers, and I was collecting the money for the papers. So I passed by him, and I looked at him, he looked at me, and I passed on by. But when I passed by, I prayed a little prayer. I asked the Lord, I said, the Lord, if I wanted to meet him, I wanted him to meet me. So I said, Lord, when I get around all of these houses and get back to my car, I said, I wanted that young man to be at my car. And truly enough, it happened just as I spoke it. And when I got to my car, he was standing there, and we introduced and talked for a little while. I told him about myself, and I let him know that my father was sick in the hospital. And that when I finished the job that I was doing, I was going back to the hospital because that's where my family were.
Are you looking for more exposure for your book, your ministry, your church, your organization, your gospel group, or event? We are here for you. Divine Connection has a marketing promotional package going on. If you would like more information, simply text 336-338-8903. Again, that's 336-338-8903. We would love to serve you and get you on multiple platforms to get your ministry and your message out to the masses. We look forward to talking with you.
Who I can call never too busy.